Watching a video earlier today, this girl talking about how Ice Spice called Doechii a chosen dark skin, and apparently a lot of people didn't know that. So I want to talk about how Ice Spice called Doechii that, but also the really weird comment that Ice Spice made about Doechii struggling in the industry as a dark skin girl. So a lot of people don't know this, but Doechii worked with Ice Spice on the Scarlet Tour with Doja Cat, I think it was like 2023, and around that time Doechii also had that really popular song What It Is, right? And after the success of that hit, Doechii tried to release another song called Booty Drop and tried to make that a hit, and unfortunately Ice Spice and her friend Baby Storm were not a big fan of it. In spring of 2024, Baby Storm, who is Ice Spice's ex-best friend, would end up releasing all these texts between her and Ice Spice, which Ice Spice later confirmed were true, y'all.
Karma's real, and she showed up dressed in black with a capital D for death and double I for ice. Because what's happening right now feels straight out of a movie, except this time, the spotlight's on Doechii's life, and it's wild. This girl really rose from the ashes, especially after everything Ice Spice put her through. And let's be honest, Ice has always been throwing shade like it's her full-time job. But here's the twist. Ice wasn't just hating on Doechii back then, she's still bitter. Meanwhile, Doechii's out here glowing, leveling up, and making waves. At this point, Ice might as well line up for an autograph, because Doechii's making moves Ice could only dream of. And rumor has it, Ice is locked in her room, screaming at the ceiling, mad that Doechii's outshining her in every way. Now here comes the real spicy bit. Doechii and Ice? Yeah, they used to be tight. But Ice tried to pull a slick one, and now Doechii's out here dragging her without even breaking a sweat. She's clowning Ice hard, and honestly, she deserves to.
Go somewhere. If I was Ice Spice and I had Taylor Swift's number, a woman who has a whole song about karma, a woman who has time and time again shown that karma is on her side, I would be trying to figure out, hey, how do I gain good karma? Because clearly Ice Spice and karma do not vibe like that.
If you ask me, Ice better go stream Anxiety by Doechii, because that's the only vibe she's living in right now. And Doechii? She's just warming up. Let's dive in because this tea is steaming. But before we spill every last drop, remember, I'm just here to deliver the scoop. I don't take sides, so don't come for me. Now here's what the streets are saying. Ice Spice is pressed, like really pressed. Word is, she's mad that Doechii's stepping into those elite rooms, getting access Ice has been chasing for years. And the internet? Oh, they're roasting Ice Spice like never before, saying she's finally getting the karma she's been dodging all along. Let's rewind a little for the ones who missed the early drama. Back in the day, Doechii wasn't nearly as popular as she is now. Sure, the talent was always there, she was making solid music, but she didn't have that massive fan base or buzz around her name yet. She was still grinding, still building her lane. But guess who was right there beside her? Ice Spice and Doja Cat. That trio used to roll like a tight squad, almost like a sisterhood in the game. People thought they were inseparable. But plot twist, Ice Spice had other plans. Turns out, that loyalty she was flashing, fake as ever. Now we're hearing that Ice only looks out for herself. Period. Back then, Doechii really thought she and Ice were cool. Besties even. They were showing up to events together, hyping each other online, and playing the whole "we're locked in" card. But the vibe changed real fast. Everything hit the fan when Baby Storm, Ice's former best friend, decided she'd had enough and dropped those DMs like a bomb. And whoo, it got ugly. Ice Spice was running her mouth about everybody. She dragged Nicki Minaj, calling her too old, clowned Cleopatra like it was a joke, and worst of all, she went after Doechii, behind her back. One of the most disgusting parts? Ice was mocking Doechii for being a chosen dark-skinned girl and making light of her real-life struggles as a black woman trying to move through this industry.
She got thin, but she wanna get thick again. Shorty got back on her oats. He stay on my body, it's hard to get rid of her. You know that I like him the most.
Let's sit with that for a second. What does that even mean? Chosen dark skin? That sounds shady and straight-up colorist. And that's not all. She even dismissed Doechii's pain and challenges dealing with colorism, like it was some made-up storyline. That's foul. Now listen, this isn't even about race politics or trying to start debates, but facts are facts. Multiple black female artists have spoken on how hard it is to get recognition, respect, and fair treatment in this industry. Even if Ice didn't believe it, Doechii was supposed to be her friend. Real friends don't laugh at your pain. Real ones don't tear you down when your back's turned. That's betrayal, plain and simple. If you're riding with someone, you lift them up, not mock their story like it's a joke. Ice really played herself with that one. Looks like Ice already took that tumble. And not the cute kind. Some folks out here are calling her a nasty girl for real, and not in a good way. Instead of investing in her talent, it's like she poured every last drop of loyalty and common sense into that bright orange wig she's been rocking. Seriously, who told her that bust-down carrot top was the move? But let's get into the real shade, because Ice didn't just throw attitude at Doechii in private, she also came for her music publicly. A lot of people still don't know this, but Doechii actually teamed up with Ice Spice and Doja Cat on the Scarlet Tour. Yeah, they shared a stage. Doechii even dropped some fire tracks during that era. First, What It Is, which did numbers, and later a follow-up single called Drop. She was trying to keep her momentum up, but here's the messed up part. Ice and her circle were hating from the sidelines. Baby Storm came with receipts too. She claimed that Doechii's team reached out to her to help promote the track, but instead of supporting, she ghosted them. Worse, she was mocking Doechii behind the scenes while Ice called the song a flop. That's supposed to be your friend and you're out here laughing behind her back? Of course, once this all came to light, Doechii hit that unfollow button with zero hesitation. But the trust? Shattered. Ice had not only ditched her loyalty, she tried to play Doechii as some token, chosen dark-skinned girl with trash music. That's not just shady, that's straight up low. But now, here comes the chef's kiss moment. Because Doechii is blowing up, it's like the entire world finally opened their eyes to her talent. She's shining, no doubt about it. And Ice? The only thing people are noticing these days is that tired orange wig. Fans are saying her music's flopping left and right, the fashion ain't giving, and her latest track? Folks are saying it's so bad it made their ears hurt. Like, painfully bad. Whew. Tables flipped real fast, huh? And not to be shady, but Ice is still out here recycling the same beat like it's 2022. Girl, is it really that rough in the studio? Meanwhile, Doechii's out here leveling up like it's nothing, dropping vocals so smooth, even her freestyles are outshining half the industry. Some folks are even saying her off-the-cuff bars sound better than the nicest polished music out there. That's wild. And then came the moment that shook the table. Doechii with a whole Grammy in hand. Yup, while Ice Spice sat on the sidelines, the so-called chosen dark-skinned girl that she once mocked was collecting the kind of award Ice still doesn't have. That's what real karma looks like. Imagine dragging someone's music, only for them to win big before you even touch the stage. Whew, that's gotta sting. Now the buzz is that Ice is full of envy. Folks say she's not just embarrassed, she's straight up ashamed. All this time, she's been labeled a snake, accused of being colorist. And honestly, no one's calling her a girl's girl either. The music, flopping, the image, falling apart. And let's not ignore what fans are saying about her fashion lately. People been clowning her fits hard, especially after that Paris Fashion Week appearance. Some even joked it looked like a humiliation ritual. Yes, someone really said that. The internet has zero chill. But then came Doechii's Paris Fashion Week moment. And whew! Now that was a serve. Every major page was reposting her, praising the dress, the glow, the whole vibe. She was giving luxury, elegance, and pure star power. Everyone could see she's living in her success and loving every second of it. If Ice doesn't take a moment to reflect and regroup, she's in for a long, bumpy ride. And honestly, some folks think she brought it on herself. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. What's clear though, Doechii earned her spot, and we're all watching her shine. And the fan wars? Oh, they're heating up. One user even said she never beat in the industry. Internet's on fire. Now here's where it gets even messier. The streets are saying Ice Spice has been throwing silent shade for a minute, and people are finally catching on. One minute she's all smiles and fake support. The next she's ghosting folks, copying their style and low-key making slick comments on the low. Ain't nothing subtle about it anymore. It's giving jealous energy. People are saying Ice got way too comfortable with being the it girl, thinking the wave would never end. But guess what? That spotlight moved, and it landed right on Doechii. And the craziest part? Doechii didn't even force it. She just kept doing her thing, dropping music, showing up, and letting the work speak. No messy interviews, no backhanded tweets, just results. Meanwhile, Ice can't even post without getting cooked in the comments. Some are saying she lost her moment, while others are dragging her for still chasing trends instead of setting them. There's even buzz that she's been trying to start fake beefs just to stay relevant. It's a mess. Let's not forget, Doechii didn't just get attention from fans. Brands, magazines, red carpets, they're all on her now. She's getting booked, she's getting praised, and even music insiders are saying she might be the next big thing. And all this while Ice is struggling to keep her own crowd interested? That's gotta hurt. But hey, the internet never sleeps. Someone even posted, Ice gave main character energy but forgot it was a supporting role. Brutal. At this point, it's looking like Ice needs to step back, reset, and maybe try something new. Because right now the audience has shifted, and Doechii's holding the mic, and she's not letting go anytime soon. Now let's talk about the latest drama. Yup, the plant allegations. Some Ice Spice fans are out here claiming Doechii's an industry plant. For real? That's the angle now? Y'all really reaching at this point. But hey, I want to hear what you think. Drop it in the comments. Meanwhile, one Doechii fan clapped back with straight facts saying, Ice Spice and her fans calling Doechii an industry plant and the chosen dark skin is hilarious. When Doechii's out here rapping, writing, styling, performing, and stacking accolades like it's light work. And honestly, they didn't lie. That fan even called Ice's music pooper scooper music. Now that's wild. The internet is just built different these days. But I'm gonna leave it with y'all. Do you think Doechii's a plant or just that talented? Hit the comments and sound off. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the heat. This story's still cooking, and you know we'll be back with more. See you in the next one.